morning. I'm in shocked. It's going to be nice when we've got 2 cameras.
I know.
Upgrade the vibe and have speakers, mics and mics. Mic. It's Thursday. Not as tired as last Thursday. But I'm still pretty more.
I'm tired.
I'm tired.
Yeah, but I'm not sleepy to do this.
Yeah. The verse for tonight, get straight into it. There's nothing really. The rain's kind of subsiding. We went skateboarding. It was really fun. We couldn't go skateboarding on Tuesday because of the rain. Because of the monsoon season in Thailand. So first night this week skateboarding. We still suck a lot. But it's so much fun.
It's nice being humble.
Yeah, humble, being really crappy at
To
something.
fall.
Yeah, still falling, like. Anyway,
Let's go.
let's get into it. 1 John 4 verse 8. Title will be the scripture and the verse will be in the description. 1 John 4 verse 8. The one who does not love has not known God, because God is love.
Yeah?
You want to start?
What I think it means.
What it means to you. Means something.
I think you don't understand what love is until you felt what love of God is.
What is love?
Unconditional.
What is that?
Forgiving and continuously forgiving.
Well, that's forgiving.
But but it's no.
That's forgiveness. Forgiving is forgiveness. What is love?
Love is I would die for you.
How ironic that you bring that up.
Yeah.
Because that's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. Shall I get into it?
Okay.
Hold on. This has been on my mind a long time. So where do we start? So I've been very confused with what love is throughout my life. I don't know why.
I do.
What I've heard and what I've seen
and what you've experienced.
and what I've experienced in my life didn't match. So I didn't know what love is. So let's start there. I didn't know what love is. You can write down if you want that point, and just so you can follow, because I'm going to say so much.
No.
So I didn't know what love is because what I saw, what I heard, and what I experienced did not sync up with each other. Anyway, so on that, I've been thinking a lot about what it is, and then I've heard a lot. I would die for you. I would die for this. I would die for that person. People always say that because they associate dying for someone as the biggest sacrifice, because that was the biggest sacrifice. So that also means in most people's heart they believe Jesus Christ died for them anyway, because they understand that as the biggest sacrifice. But I don't think people quite understand.
How big of it is to say it.
No, let me finish.
Sorry.
Let me finish. I don't think people understand, and this is very important. This is important to moms, to boyfriends, to dads, to girlfriends, to grandmothers, to children, to friends, to everybody. Everybody is willing to say, I will die for you. But who's actually willing to say, I will live for you? And hear me out. I love you so much. I am willing to take care of my own health, my own mental health. I'm willing to check myself in this relationship. I'm willing to be such a good partner for you in this relationship. I'm willing to be such a good mother that I'm willing to change my shopping habits or my gossiping habits. A lot of old ladies love to gossip. That's how good mom I'm going to be. The dad, I love you so much that I'm going to stop working so hard and pay a bit more attention to my kids between 5 and 6 p.m.
Yes.
You know, all these little things that we know, and everybody knows they can do better. I think that if you can start there with self-love,
Yes.
and realizing that taking care of yourself taking responsibility for your instabilities, and I'm talking to me now, for your mood swings, for your narcissistic tendencies, whatever it may be. But if you take responsibility for that, that shows love to the world,
Correct.
to the other people. And I think to me, lately, that's what I've realized love to me is.
Yes.
And for someone who didn't understand it,
Yes.
I've said many times, I don't know what love is. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
To me, that's it.
Yeah.
If anybody agrees with me, press like and subscribe and share.
Definitely, I agree. Because when you come into a relationship, like even with Jesus and stuff, you have to be committed into bettering yourself as an individual. If you're not, then you aren't fully committed, are you? So that is true love, is that I'm willing to be better for you and for me and the future.
And everybody's future.
Correct.
Because if we all, it's like that whole thing that we said a few nights ago, kids.
Yes.
The examples and everything we said. There is no more excuse. We said it before, our parents, this generation, the parents before us, they had an excuse. They weren't exposed to the stuff we are exposed to, right? We are as exposed as a 40-year-old man as kind of a 15-year-old. I kind of know what they see online, right?
Yes.
I know what they see, I know what they hear, I know what music they listen to. I kind of have an idea about their sexual preferences, their drinking habits, their drug preferences, whatever. I've got a little bit of a feel for it.
Idea.
More so than my parents did about what I was going to be exposed. So we don't have excuses like I would die for you. No, rather take action and live for these people, you know. Live for your loved ones. Anyway, that's my ramble done for the night. Do you want to add on to that?
I don't think so. I think it's just got to do with God's love is so powerful that if you haven't experienced it, then you aren't able to really purely love someone.
Oh, that's cool as well. That's flipping it. The one who does not know love has the one who does not love has not known God, because God, known as well. So, but has not known God.
Yeah.
That could mean
You haven't experienced
God ever
God
at all.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't love, because you've never ever
You're not
known.
willing to fully commit, not willing to change, not willing to better yourself. If one is very bad at listening, like if you're not willing to actually work on it and actually pray to God and ask, please, can you help me or whatever.
Makes so much sense, lovely. I love that part there. The one who does not love, because if you at first glance you read it, the one who does not love doesn't know God, because God is love, right? That's how you read it. But if you actually pay attention and you read the scripture, how it's written, the one who does not love has not known God. And I love, that's perfect. You said it perfect.
Love of God ever.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were like, oh my gosh, okay, we are newborn Christian, whatever the word is, but we just started crying.
Weergebore.
Yeah, we just started crying because we just felt like, wow, you know, that love is so strong.
Born again.
Yeah, born again. Newborn.
Newborn. Meh. No, what does a baby do? Meh. Meh.
Yeah, but I think that you haven't experienced love once you feel it from God.
Yeah.
And if you haven't experienced it from God, then you don't know Him yet.
Oh, dude, like, if anybody who's ever known me could see how I go around, go about my day-to-day life, my cheerfulness, my smiles, they think like I've had a brain aneurysm. Yeah, they think I'm definitely smoking.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Smoking
My
some.
school, I smile at every teacher.
Or snorting or doing. They think I'm doing it, and I'm like, I've never been this sober in my entire life. Never, ever. I've never been this sober in my entire life. It's wild. It's wild. There's no pill. There's nothing.
Looks. Yeah. Okay, Brady tip.
Oh yeah, the rest of it. We are wired for love. This statement is known as the optimism bias in science. Loving others is built into our natural design, which brings health, healing, and joy. Choice is an integral part of love. Love cannot exist without the freedom of choice, and God's love for us has given us the power to choose. We have the power to choose life or death, blessings or curses. We are created in the image of God, who is love, but we can still choose what sort of image we want to reflect into the world. Through the thoughts we build into our brains, which shape our future thoughts, words and actions, we create the type of world we want to see. We want to see. That stuff that I just said, it's the world you want to see. You create it with yourself and you want to see
Fix
it and
it
you'll
in
see it.
you
Yeah.
first, yeah.
Fix it in you. We need to look deep into our inner person, the non-conscious mind, and fix your own stuff in a loving way. I've got a really bad, and I know this, and I kind of came home with it tonight. I know that I've got a bad way. Even though my intention is good, I have to fix my stuff. We were lazy on Tuesday night. We didn't. We went skateboarding. The rain came down, and rather than wait the rain out, we left. We were like, oh, we can't be bothered now. And it's like, this is our only physical activity that we're doing, and it's scheduled 3 times a week, so we have to take it serious. Anyway, long story short, I like routine, I like fitness, all that. I was upset about it, and I didn't handle it in the best possible way. I should have confronted it. It needed to be confronted,
100%. It's just
but
the
not.
way in which was,
Yeah, I was too nasty on myself. I was too hard on myself. Anyway, what kind of worldview do we have planted there? Does it need to change? Do we fail to love others? Do we truly know the Creator whose loving image we bear? Do we feel at odds with ourselves mentally and physically? I know I, for one, do not always act in love, especially when the grocery lines are long and the person at the register is taking forever. Right?
Yeah.
You have said some swear words in those lines.
Yeah. Like, why are there 10 tills and only 2 people?
Oh man, but we have
Make
to.
it make sense.
But it's there. We
But it makes no sense though. It doesn't make sense.
know,
Like,
but right
and then
there.
also like South Africa's also out of jobs.
Yeah, but the
So
right.
I'm just like,
But the point is, right there, you have to go.
I love my
I
country.
love you. See, those are the little hard things you have to do. And now you know why we act. Maybe look a bit loony, because you have to think all the time about even that. Don't act like a douchebag in those situations.
Even though you did a good job today.
Yeah.
Oh,
What happened? I can't remember, but something.
You and then you're like, dude, I can't see, and then you're like, no, I'm just gonna reverse.
Oh
it.
yeah, somebody was driving like an
This
idiot.
is not my country. This is their country. Yeah.
Yet, when we choose to take our thoughts captive and renew our minds, activating the wired for love design of our brain and body, we will learn to act and react in love. As a result, we will embrace our true identity as image bearers of a God who is love. We will feel at peace within ourselves, which will give us deep, rich sense of physical and mental well-being. See, I'm not crazy. We are acting like we should, since we are wired to love. Yeah.
Lekker man, lekker. John 4 verse 6. 4 verse 8.
1 John 4 verse 8. 1 John 4 verse 8 says, the one who does not love has not known God, because God is love. We'll leave it there. Me and Ashley will have a small little discussion. We're actually trying to remember the scripture better as well.
Remember.
So we'll say adios and good night from our podcast. We're actually going to treat this more like a podcast as well, because this is a podcast. We've actually recorded for 24 days or 23 days. We've actually started something. Everybody's like, how do I start something? We've started something, so we might as well start treating it a bit better and get the microphones and the camera systems. But bear with us. Anyway, good job.
Good job.